Alright, so one of my faction mates got Slick Rick today. Not gonna say who in the faction got Slick Rick, but so I wanted to go over a little bit about how I use him and see if it can be beneficial, because he's not necessarily as straightforward as some characters are in terms of the best way to use them. So here's one of the more common setups. The two purple moves in this knife-edged chop black move. So this move here, the submission move, is really just a control move in the game. Gives you an opportunity. It's a real low charge to fill the submission, only 6 gems. But it gives you an opportunity to prevent your opponent from filling their moves, and gives you more time to fill your moves. And then the back body drop to choose 5 yellows, and then this one to make your yellow gems and to multiply strength of 3. The common entourage, meaning not using any more rare or elite characters, is Woods to get these purple moves going quicker, and Dolph Ziggler to give you more of those gems to make any yellow gems. So I'm going to do a match against Mark Henry, and let's see how this works out. Alright, so the first thing you may notice is that I filled this move right off the bat. That's not the way it normally works, but in this particular case it does, because I have tour perks going on right now. So those tour perks are giving me some extra move points, which makes this fill right off the bat. Ordinarily you'd have to wait at least a couple turns or get a purple match to get that move filled. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend like it didn't get filled. So I got to wait at least one more turn for that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and do this black match here. Alright, so the black move is filled. This purple move is filled. One of the other nice things about the purple submission move is that it creates protect gems. So even when you're going to fire off these 2 moves and try to finish off your opponent, it's not a bad idea to try to do this one first, to put those protect gems out there to make it harder for your opponent to kick out. Might help if I actually do the move. And of course, the AI of the game magically sets themselves up for a 5 gem match extra turn. But he pinned me, so I'll go ahead and get a chance to go. Alright, so here's where the fun happens. So we got these 2, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place yellow gems on the board. So Slick Rick is not the fastest character in the world to use for this particular reason, because you're going to have to come up with basically an idea of how you can sort of structure putting yellow gems on the board without actually creating any matches. Because what you want to do is put the yellow gems out there, and then you want to then do the black move to turn them all into multiply gems, and then you're going to actually make a match that's going to start a cascade of other matches to try to maximize your damage. So one of my personal favorite techniques to do is to create one of these where I'm going to move this one down to shoot it across, and when I take out these 2 gems, I want to then turn these 2 into 3 gem matches, right? So that's going to cause, I'm going to shoot this across. These are going to come down. Those are going to create more matches, cause more breaks, right? And so then I want to do, I don't think I can do anything. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 now. I don't want to put anything there because that's going to create a match. I don't see an opportunity to really do anything else that's going to work without creating other problems for myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put some yellow gems out there and I'm oh, you know what? I need black, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to intentionally block his red, so I'm going to take some red off the board. But I just got to be careful not to create any 3 gem matches. Okay. Boom. So there we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is this black move. And there we go. So these are all 3 multiplies, right? So I'm going to go ahead and match these, shoot that across. It's going to cause those to match, and boom. So in that case, 78,000 damage. You can experiment with, get creative with different techniques to create those. But that's my personal favorite way to go if there's an opportunity. I'll see if I can create a different type of match for you to see. So I did a purple match, so I got my submission ready to go again. So I'm going to go ahead and get those out there. Just try to find a couple spots where I can put something with some orphan. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I'll put one there. Oops. Got one more to go. Alright, I don't see any matches that help me. It's suggesting I break loot boxes. Why not? There's another purple match. He's going to get off his black move. That's alright. Oh, of course. Randomly, another 5 gem match for an extra turn. Just a Christmas miracle. Alright, so I'm going to be a butt and take away some of his, I don't want to use a gem that I actually use. Actually, I'll force him to break something. And he's going to be toast on my next turn. So he's not the fastest. Slick Rick's not the fastest character to use in the world. And one of the reasons why I choose to sort of have a kind of a common way that I do his yellow gems is to make it a little bit faster. I'm sure if I sat there with calculators and slide rules and protractors and stuff, I could figure out like the perfect combo to do with the yellow gems, but I don't want to take forever. So I've just kind of come up with some ways that I enjoy setting it up. So I'll go ahead and kind of do the same thing, right? I'm going to create a arrow that shoots across, and then I'm going to create a potential. Actually, that's not going to work because I can see if I shoot across there, and if I put 2 here and 1 there, I'm going to create a match. So I could still do the same thing. Actually, I'll go this direction. And then I'll do 1 here. And that's going to be okay there. And then put 1 right there. All right, so as long as my brain's working, I don't think that's going to create any 3 gem matches. Bink. All right, good deal. So then I'm going to do that to make them all multiply gems. And boom. Dead. So that was about 86,000 on that one. All right, going to show you a different potential spec to use. If you have the right trainers, you can replace Ziggler here with a gem modifier. If you have Matt Hardy, notice that it grayed Matt Hardy out and said you can't use him. If I set the contract, it's going to give me a warning that you can't use him. But guess what? It still freaking works because it's a bug. So now that that's set, Let's fire off another match here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is just be annoying and do a submission hold right off the bat. And I keep thinking it's 3 when it's actually 4. And of course, another miracle, 5 gem freaking match for the computer. And I don't have much potential here. Can do a purple match. Still gonna need to fill that black move. Wow. Shoot. I just knocked off. Oh, well, I don't need my black. That's all right. So, again, going to be annoying. Going to go ahead and... man, everything is a potential for him to match and get out. Another Scopely Christmas miracle here. Perfect board for him. All right, so let's clear those out. Put some protect gems up on the board. Give myself a better shot of successfully pinning when I kick off these next sequence of moves. Let's see if he figures out another amazing 5 gem match. Oh, look at that. Not a perfect setup. Okay, so I can only do 5 gems now because it took Ziggler off. All right, I'm going to do the same kind of thing. Going to create that row break, simulated row break. I'm going to put a couple here, and then I'm going to do one here and one here. So there we go. Going to make a row break through here, cause these to drop, cause those to become a match. But now, with Matt Hardy, those aren't 3 times multiplied gems. Those are 5 times multiplied gems. So break the row, break those, boom, break your face. 140,000. Dead. So as you can see, more effective with Matt Hardy, but still pretty darn good with Ziggler. You're doing near 100,000 as a 4-star bronze, nearly 100,000 on that finisher, more like 150,000, at least the one I just did. Again, 4-star bronze. You get him all the way to 4-star gold, and he's, I've seen people do as much as 250,000 in damage with him. So there's one final spec. This spec is a little bit slower. As you know, the purple move is a 6 charge here, 6 charge for that black, and an 8 charge for the purple here, right? So it is possible to get these moves ready to go relatively quickly because they're low move point expectations. So you can actually get rid of Woods and go ahead and put Ziggler back on. So now you're creating 9 yellow gems and you're doing the 5x multiplier. So this one is pretty devastating. You gotta get a little gem luck on the board in terms of getting some matches, and then you gotta be careful about like the placement of your yellow gems to not accidentally break anything, because you got a lot of gems going. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this purple match here. Tempted because he's already filled that move, but I really want to grab this black match so that I'm ready to go. And I'll just go ahead and take the hit here. All right, I still need one more turn. So let's go ahead and do a submission hold. So he can't get off any more moves in the next turn, although he might set himself up with another Scopely magical 5-gem extra turn match. We'll see. Oh, looks like I'm going to be okay. All right, so let's see what we can do. Let's see if I did that right. I use them a lot, so you're going to see that I'm kind of quick with setting these up. But it just kind of takes practice. Got to use the character a couple times. All right, that's a lot of 5x yellow on the board. Doop, boom. Yep. Yep. That's toast. 206,000. So there you go. That's Slick Rick for you. Woo! Enjoy.